and succulent growers, it's Lynn, and in today's video is the main video, and that is today we're going to be putting away all of the Opuntia, commonly known as the prickly pear cacti, onto a table here in the polytunnel in the middle. And then we're going to show you a few different stages as we put them away and what it looks like when it's done. And this is sort of like the one we've sort of been putting off to the very last, because Opuntias, as you know, those of you who know Opuntias anyway, are sort of quite lethal to touch as they're full of glow kids. But it's going to be fun and games to put these onto a middle table, and we're looking forward to doing it. And those of you who've been watching my videos know that we've been doing quite a few different arranging videos in our new cactus and succulent polytunnel, putting all away, all of the plants onto the tables. And the Opuntias now is the main big one that we've just got to do today. And then after that we just have a few of the cactus hanging baskets and succulent hanging baskets, and the epiphyllums then that are upstairs that need to come out here then for the rest of the winter months. So as you can see, lots of floor space. So we're going to be putting up another white table in the middle, and then putting up a selection of the Opuntias. And we're going to be sort of pruning any dead pads off and checking for mealybugs as well, which is always the most important thing. So then guys, let's get going. Woohoo, that's the middle table there, all ready for the Opuntias. And we've got a little black tray underneath as well for some of the larger epiphyllums that still need to come out into this polytunnel, as well as some that's going to be hung up on the top. And all the trays already. And there's Hansi, my wonderful partner. So we're going to be doing this together. So it's all prepped, and we're going to sort of show you how we do it in stages. I've got quite a lot of Opuntia also still upstairs in my office and grow room. Some new additions I got from my wonderful friend Ziggy at Ziggy's Cactus channel, as well as some Opuntias that overwinter indoors that are not cold hardy, such as some of the ones from the Galapagos Islands. But the majority of my larger ones are all out here. So rightio, here we go. Now that's the first of the Opuntias up, and what Hansi's done here is attach some of the metal garden wire, because that helps to support it so up onto the little rails we've got up there, so there's no way it's going to fall over or topple over, because they can be a little bit top heavy. Now while we're putting the Opuntias up on this table, I'm sort of making sure that there's no signs of any mealybugs, because Opuntias really are mealybug magnets. So we've got the rubbing alcohol in here with a little brush to dab any beasts that we see. Now Hansi's going to prune off any dead bits here on these Opuntias, any shriveled pads that are not
like this one.
Yeah, that are completely gone.
Yeah, nearly completely.
Yeah. And as you can see, we've tied up all the big taller Opuntias there up onto the rails as well, so it's brilliant. So there's no chance of them toppling over. More pruning of Opuntias. And if they were healthy pad cuttings, then you can root them, even if you just put them aside until the spring, or put them up into grit and they will root. But because these are unhealthy and dried up pad cuttings, then pruning them and then just composting them is the best option, obviously. Now what's interesting guys, this is actually a hole in one of our Opuntias. This is Opuntia burgeriana, and it has lethal, really sharp spines, and a slug has bit into it. I think it may have been during the summertime when we had this out, and quite handy though to put the garden wire inside the little hole going all the way up there to support it.
Yeah. Use what you have.
Use what you have, might as well. Comes in useful, these slugs at times. Oh, Hansi's going to need my help now to support this. Look at the size of them pads.
It's incredible.
It's massive.
Nearly 1 feet here.
This is another one of our Opuntia burgerianas. Just look how awesome it is.
My favourite, isn't it?
It really is. It is absolutely incredible. Massive, like big paddle pads. Monster. So that's that one all tied up.
You got that from
Yeah, and this is our Opuntia robusta, and this is one we got from our wonderful friend Alex Chapman, who lives in Philadelphia, and looking very wonderful. It's grown these two big, large, size of them pads, also big, large pads. Gorgeous Opuntia. Ooh, off with its pad. Now we just started on some of the choyas, and they have to be the worst of the Opuntia family to have to handle, because they have sheathed spines that if you get stuck in your finger or anywhere else, then when you pull them out, the spines actually go the other way, so it's like a zigzag spine. Oh, it's just awful. Anyway, we managed to get the smaller ones on here and supporting them, but this has got to be the worst one to handle. We've got two of them in here. One is a very big one, and this one here also very dangerous type of choya. Beautiful golden spines, and then one that has more sort of whitey spines. Absolutely awesome cactus, but it's going to be very tricky to get this out and to put it onto the table and attach it in a way where it's not going to fall. Oh my gosh. And yeah, Hans is very brave, doing this without gloves. But
one of my darlings.
Absolutely beautiful. And with the Opuntia family, and even especially with the choyas, you either love them or hate them. I love them.
Yeah, that's a choya as well.
Yeah. And I know that
different types of them, even this one.
So many different types. And the Opuntia family got the choyas, Ostrocylindra opuntia, Cylindra opuntias, and many other different types. So it's such a large genus, I have to say. And as I say, I like to call them the Marmite of the cactus world. You either love them or hate them. And I know that my wonderful friends here, Ziggy and Scott, and now Daz, also from Cacti Mania, is now also a fan of the Opuntia family. And these are just the most incredible, awesome and dangerous cactus plants you can just imagine. Oh my golly. Hansi.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he's brave to handle this.
Isn't it
without
beauty?
Gloves or anything.
No gloves. You have to feel the pain.
Feel the pain and do it anyway, as they say. Ah, yay! It's on! Oh my golly.
It's just that stone.
The stone. So to support them here, we've got a big heavy stone.
That's good, thank you.
And that stops it from wobbling over and giving you the worst type of bite you can ever imagine. Happy days. Hansi done a great job there.
See if I can.
Whoa.
Yeah, there it goes. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's supported. Wow. We're getting there, guys. Happy days. And as you can see, what we've done, plenty of space on the floor. This is another one of our bigger Opuntias aciculata, beautiful one that we're going to put at the end. And we've got tons of floor space, so we can walk around, absolutely no problem at all here, and walk around the table, which is really important when we have people coming around to look at the plants. And we've got all our small ones there still. And obviously we're going to leave this space here clear because, as I mentioned a few times, we've got a lot of cactus plants and succulents like our euphorbias and many of our pilosa cereus cacti and other types of cactus. They have to come out in the spring or summer, so we need to keep this free so we got somewhere to put them, obviously. And happy days. I just show you the smallest Ostrocylindra opuntia that I have in my collection, and that is this little cutie here. And this is Ostrocylindra opuntia clavaroides, a little tiny miniature. And I've got mixture of some other Opuntias. These are my Opuntia humifusas that I've grown from seed back in, I think it was 2015 or 2016, and they do naturally, the humifusas especially, go very wrinkly and hang over the pot during the winter months. This is normal, and it's an extremely cold hardy Opuntia, can take many degrees of frost even here in Ireland or the UK, but because these are still small, we keep them in there in the polytunnel, but certainly could survive outdoors in the winter if you can protect them from too much excess rain. Although many growers I know will have them covered in snow in the winter, such as our wonderful friend Clyde Morris at Morris Parks in the Ozarks. He's got an amazing humifuser covered in snow during the winter months, and then it comes in the most amazing of flowers come spring and summer. And this here, this is my Opuntia microdasis rafida minima, and I've got a few batches of this, and this is probably one of the oldest plants I've got in my collection. I've had this Opuntia since I was 12 years old, and I'm 52 now, so you can work out how old this Opuntia is. And it's not the easiest to grow. I struggle with it. I have to keep repropagating it, and it's a nightmare to even propagate. Many times the stems just die off, but it's still going. And considering I've had this Opuntia since I was 12, it's surviving. But it's not the easiest to grow, but certainly special to me anyway. It's not the most prettiest looking either, but special for me because I've had it for so long, as you can imagine. And some of our tephro cacti here, this is an amazing one with the lovely papery spines, and there's too many Opuntias to talk all the individual names of them. But do let me know if you see a particular Opuntia and you want to know the ID. I'll do my best to ID. As I say, a lot of them have I don't have the exact IDs on all of them. I do on many of them, or I'd sort of know the majority of them. My gosh. And we actually are going to fit it all onto the table, and I'll just pull back so you can see all the space we've got around, no problem walking. And then we've got the lovely big Opuntia aciculata here on the floor on a little tray there. And this one was too big for the table, and it's also tucked out of the way a little bit underneath, so people coming and looking, including ourselves, are not going to get covered in glow kids. Hopefully not anyway. Woohoo! That's all of the Opuntias all put away on this middle table, and it was a big job, and I didn't think we'd get it all done today because it's very limited with the amount of what we can get done in a day in the winter because of the short days. But it is done, and it is starting to get dark now, so I am just so pleased this is all done. And as I say, once all of the plants are put away in the polytunnel, I'll do a complete polytunnel update tour. All we got left to do now is the epiphyllums that are all upstairs, and some of the very large ones we'll probably put under the table. Though we got the tray all ready for them, and the ones that can be the light ones that can be hung up, we can hang up. And we've got our monkey's tail cacti, and we've also got hanging succulents as well in the hanging baskets, and some of the small epiphyllums as well, all going to be hung up on these rails, and it's going to look very nice. So do stay tuned for that video coming up in the next few days. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. And if you do want to see a complete tour of our Opuntia collection, do check out a video I made a couple of years ago on a complete tour of our Opuntia collection. We've got quite a few more since then, and as I say, some more upstairs that'll be coming down in the springtime. And a big thumbs up to my wonderful partner Hansi, who has been behind the camera filming me today, so I've been able to be in the video. So do go over and subscribe to Hansi's YouTube channel, Plant Daddy. Links will be up above, and don't forget to subscribe to me too. And do check me out also on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Desert Plants of Avalon, and check my website out for many articles and blogs on there, desertplantsofavalon.com. I want to wish you all a fantastic prickly pear plant powered mad crazy day. I'm nuts, guys.
Yeah, happy for that.